EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Come on now. Hey! Hey, go down, go down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again on first down. Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
Do some. Do some.
Newton on first down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he did. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Ryan on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. On 1st and 10, Newton dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And Davis with it left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Hey, hey.
From the red zone now, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Newton. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Let's rock now.
A give. This is Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Steps away to his left. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, wait.
Throwing again, Ryan. Open man is Allison, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now it's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to...
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They fake the give. Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Get up!
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Go!
2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle made by K1 Short.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Off play action. Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the... That's caught at the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on second down. Newton drops it off for Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. Yeah, penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Hey, let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
12. Let's go.
They'll give to Hyde. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Stop made there by Julius Peppers.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Ryan. Smith catches left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Let's go. Gun. 54, south. Hey, gun. Let's go.
They go play action now. Ryan. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wait. Ready. Back 25. 21.
To throw on third down. Ryan under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Bryant's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Look at it.
Now Newton on first down. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, get right there. Get right there. Gun. Right to the 3.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20. Express. Straight.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we have reached, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Ryan will throw again. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Play action. It's Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long, it's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Now it's Ryan. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Ryan. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Ryan on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
21. Let him go.
They'll run high, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Dante Jackson picks it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hey.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Taking a shot for... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey. 20.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Throwing again. Newton throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. Again, Newton. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
To throw again. Ryan flushed out right. Pass incomplete. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen. Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. Fighting through. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Newton. Fighting through pressure, eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves. I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Hey. Gun. 20. Great.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, get right there. Get right there.
Newton to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. And he puts it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Breaks a tackle. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
20. Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, Tuesday.
Here's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun. Express!
second down. Here's Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Get up! 12! Gun.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 yards through the air on a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Ryan. Flush to his right. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Ryan. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hey. 180. Check. Lucky. Hey. Check. Gun. Hey.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a carry for Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go. Hey, we got four. Got four down. Alert three.
Here's Mack. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Mack, able to slither by. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
20. Gun. I get it.
Now it's Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Newton's going to throw it. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Newton. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Panthers, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on